Marcus Reed had learned long ago that pride didn't pay rent, but hard work usually did. Every morning before sunrise, the 40-year-old single father kissed his 8-year-old daughter Lily on the forehead, left breakfast neatly prepared on the kitchen table for the babysitter, and drove across town searching for every construction shift he could find. Life had once looked completely different. He had served his country with honor, dreamed of opening his own contracting business, and imagined giving Lily the stable childhood she deserved. Then an accident at work left him with months of medical bills, the company declared bankruptcy without paying its employees, and everything Marcus had built collapsed. Yet he never stopped fighting. He refused to beg, refused to steal, and refused to let his daughter believe that hardship could erase dignity. That afternoon, after finishing a dusty roofing job, Marcus walked into a busy coffee shop hoping to buy the cheapest coffee available and a small muffin to take home for Lily as an after-school surprise. His clothes were stained with dirt, his boots were scratched, and his leather jacket looked older than it really was, but his eyes carried quiet determination instead of defeat. Customers glanced at him briefly before returning to their conversations. Behind the counter stood Brandon, the store manager, who immediately judged Marcus by his appearance. With a sarcastic smile, Brandon loudly announced, "We don't give handouts here." Marcus calmly explained that he wanted to buy a coffee and a muffin and carefully counted the coins from his worn wallet onto the counter. Every coin represented hours of sweat under the burning sun. Instead of accepting the payment, Brandon laughed, swept every coin off the counter with one dramatic motion, and watched them scatter across the wooden floor. The loud clinking echoed through the cafe as every conversation suddenly stopped. Brandon pointed toward the ground and sneered, "Pick it up if you want your coffee." A few customers lowered their heads in embarrassment, while others secretly recorded the scene with their phones. Lily's small framed school picture slipped from Marcus's wallet and landed among the coins. Marcus looked at the smiling face of his daughter lying on the floor beside the scattered change. For several silent seconds he didn't move. He wasn't ashamed of the coins. He wasn't ashamed of hard work. He was heartbroken that someone believed money determined a person's worth. Without saying a word, Marcus slowly knelt and began picking up every coin one by one. The room grew painfully quiet. Just then, the front door opened. An elegantly dressed businesswoman named Victoria Hayes stepped inside. She had been scheduled to inspect several franchise locations that day, though no one in the cafe recognized her. As she entered, she noticed the coins scattered across the floor, the silent customers, the frightened employees, and Marcus quietly gathering his money. She asked softly, "Can someone tell me what happened here?" Brandon confidently replied that a troublesome customer had made a mess and was cleaning it up. Before anyone else could speak, an elderly customer stood and calmly told Victoria exactly what had happened. One by one, other witnesses confirmed the same story. Victoria's expression changed completely. She looked directly at Marcus, then at Lily's photograph still resting on the floor. She carefully picked it up, wiped away the dust, and handed it back with genuine respect. Marcus thanked her quietly, unaware that the next few minutes would change not only his own life but the future of everyone standing inside that coffee shop. If stories about courage, justice, and second chances inspire you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join us for more unforgettable journeys. Victoria remained silent for a moment before calmly introducing herself as the majority owner of the entire regional coffee franchise. Brandon's confident smile disappeared instantly. The employees exchanged nervous glances while customers watched in complete disbelief. Victoria asked to review the security footage immediately. Within minutes, every second of the incident appeared on the office monitor, leaving no room for excuses. Brandon's mocking words, the deliberate sweep of Marcus's coins, and the cruel command to "pick it up" were recorded clearly. Victoria turned toward Brandon and quietly said, "Today you didn't fail because of poor customer service. You failed because you forgot that every person deserves respect." Brandon tried to defend himself, but no explanation could erase what everyone had witnessed. He was dismissed from his position on the spot. Victoria then returned to the dining area and apologized personally to Marcus in front of every customer. Marcus accepted the apology with humility, explaining that he didn't want revenge. He simply wanted people to remember that difficult seasons could happen to anyone. His words filled the room with emotion. Several customers began applauding. One woman quietly paid for everyone's drinks. Another customer offered Marcus a contracting opportunity after learning about his construction experience. Victoria was deeply impressed by Marcus's character. Instead of offering charity, she proposed a partnership. Her company needed an experienced contractor to renovate several cafe locations, and after reviewing his military service, certifications, and previous work, she believed Marcus was the perfect person for the job. Weeks later, Marcus signed a contract that transformed his struggling business into a thriving company. He hired other hardworking parents and veterans who had been overlooked because of appearances rather than ability. The first project he completed was the renovation of the very coffee shop where he had been humiliated. When the grand reopening arrived, Marcus walked through the front doors holding Lily's hand. The employees welcomed them with smiles, and a small plaque near the entrance displayed a simple message. "Respect costs nothing but means everything." Lily looked up at her father with pride and whispered, "Dad, you never gave up." Marcus smiled, knowing the greatest victory wasn't the contract, the money, or the recognition. It was showing his daughter that integrity is stronger than humiliation and kindness always leaves a greater legacy than cruelty. Every customer who had witnessed that painful afternoon left with a lesson they would never forget. Never judge someone by worn clothes, tired hands, or a pocket full of coins. Sometimes the strongest people are carrying the heaviest burdens with the greatest dignity. And sometimes the person the world looks down on today becomes the one who inspires everyone tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another inspiring story about hope, family, and the extraordinary strength found in ordinary people.